Good evening. I'd like to bring the Sheboygan County Board of Supervisors monthly meeting, Tuesday, October 22nd, to order. Are we in compliance with the open meeting law, Mr. Clerk?
Yes, we are. The agenda was posted on October 18th at 3 p.m.
Okay, thank you. And please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance with me, not using muscle memory, but thinking about the words as you're saying it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll take roll call. Everyone's signing in.
Are there any supervisors chiming in remotely?
Supervisor Immel is here.
Thank you. Supervisor Ellis, perhaps? All right.
Absolutely.
We have 24 supervisors present.
Thank you. At this time, we'll do the consideration of the memorial resolution number 10.
Honoring the life of former County Board Supervisor Herbert Herman, whereas former County Board Supervisor Herbert Herman passed away on October 11th, 2024, and whereas Mr. Herman served as a County Board Supervisor for 4 years from 1998 to 2002, having served on the Health and Human Services Committee, and whereas, along with his service to Sheboygan County, Mr. Herman served for 37 years at the Sheboygan Fire Department, holding the positions of First Union President, Lieutenant, Captain, Battalion Chief, and ultimately retiring from his career as the City of Sheboygan Fire Chief in 1992. And whereas, in addition to serving his community as noted above, he also served in the United States National Guard for 2 years, in the United States Army for 3 years, and whereas Mr. Herman will be remembered for his dedication to the Sheboygan community and putting service before self. Therefore, be it resolved that by the passage of this resolution, the County Board herewith makes public its recognition of Mr. Herman's dedication and service to the citizens of the county and expresses its heartfelt sympathy to his family and friends, and especially his wife, Harriet, and his 3 children, Jeffrey, Sarah, and Joan. Be it further resolved that the clerk be directed to forward a copy of this resolution to Harriet Herman, Jeffrey Herman, Sarah Planton, and Joan Bader. Respectfully submitted this 22nd day of October 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Tonight, contemplated action to pursue here is the County Board Rule number 2.13. This resolution will be on the floor now for immediate action. Please rise. Thank you.
Mr. Herman, would you step forward, please?
Let's go. Thank you. Before we continue, I just want to state that I'll try my best to touch the button if anyone wants to speak, because there's a little bit of a delay and I don't want to have anyone's voice be truncated, as they say in computer science. So I will try my best to, before I call on someone, I'll tap the number, and that way you should come in right away, but sometimes I forget. So, okay, so housekeeping out of the way. Approval of the September 17th, 2024 journal. Okay. Supervisor Wagner. And Supervisor Koch. Okay, the motion's been made. and seconded for the approval of the September 17th journal. Any discussions, corrections? No discussions, corrections. Hearing none, all those in favor, please tap your eye or.
Supervisor Immel, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. That's approved unanimously.
Thank you. Okay, consideration of nominations by the chairperson.
To Bay Lakes Regional Planning Commission, Ryan Sorensen of Sheboygan and Paul Rudnick of Elkhart Lake.
Okay. Supervisor Wagner. Supervisor Koch.
Support that.
Thank you. Okay. All those in favor of approval, please
Supervisor
vote.
Immel, how do you vote?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Aye.
Thank you. Those nominations are approved unanimously.
Okay. Thank you. Consideration of the appointments by the county administrator.
Communications Council, Jeffrey Salzman of Sheboygan, Brian Umbel of Sheboygan, Land Information Council, Scott Schreiber of Sheboygan, Local Emergency Planning Committee, Jason Learman of Sheboygan Falls.
Supervisor Gehring. Do we have a second to support that? Okay, surprise. And it's voted in support. So now all those in favor or opposed of Paul Gruber. Yeah, I didn't see you on the computer, but I heard you. So I know it was a second. All right, all those in favor or opposed, please vote now.
Supervisor Immel, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Those appointments are also approved unanimously.
Okay, thank you. Tonight we have a presentation.
Jana Hintz, Area Extension Director, and Liz Gartman, Regional Crop Educator, UW-Madison Division of Extension Updates.
Does it matter which one I'm talking to? Oh, stereo. Okay.
And you can get a little closer if you wanted so that you hear a little better.
Right here? Can you hear me? Okay, that was my sound check. So, good evening. My name is Jana Hintz. I'm the Area Extension Director for Sheboygan, Manitowoc, and Calumet counties. Thank you for this opportunity to provide an overview and update on UW Extension, Sheboygan County. Extension is the Wisconsin idea in action, extending the boundaries of the university to the boundaries of the state. The purpose, vision, and values of the University of Wisconsin-Madison Division of Extension are built upon meaningful and transformational engagement with all communities across the state. Extension has 6 institutes that work in 6 different areas of programming: agriculture, community development, positive youth development, health and well-being, natural resources, and human development and relationships. Each of the 6 institutes has a director and program managers that provide professional programming, research support, and support for our educators, which means extension educators do not work alone. They have the support, research, resources, and network to be effective in the communities where they work. When the county contracts an educator, they also gain support, research, and resources from state specialists, institute directors, and program managers. A recent example of how a state specialist supports our educators is when a Sheboygan County supervisor reached out to our new community development educator, Barbara Alvarez, requesting information on solar zoning language and legal challenges related to code based on an article they read and shared with Barbara. The article shared was written by Bill Omican, Extension's local government education program attorney, that has been working on solar regulation issues in accordance with the U.S. Department of Energy grant. Bill Omican is in the process of developing a model on land use ordinances on renewable energy like solar and wind. The model will help local elected officials define what towns can and cannot do related to renewable energy and understand the legality of solar zoning language. Staff are UW-Madison employees vested in the community they serve. They deliver education to people where they live and work, on farms, in schools, in community centers, and other locations that are convenient for participants. Extension educators also engage with civic groups, county boards, write newspaper articles, participate in radio programs, facilitate meetings, and build coalitions to solve complex, high-priority community needs. Extension educators bring research, knowledge, and resources to our community. As you can see from the organizational chart, in Sheboygan, 5 of the 6 extension program areas or institutes are represented by educators in our county. We'll look more closely at the type of programming offered and how programming is determined in the next few slides. The Planning, Resources, Agriculture, and Extension Committee is the County Board Liaison Committee that Extension reports to monthly. So each of the educators throughout the year provide updates to the committee, and as the Area Extension Director, I report monthly to the Liaison Committee and attend monthly county department head meetings led by Sheboygan County's Administrator. We rely on the Liaison Committee members, the County Administrator, community partners, and community members, and each of you to help us identify emerging needs by sharing with us educational priorities that you learn of through your relationships with constituents and work in the county. This graph depicts an overview of how extension educators approach their work. Educators reach out to connect and meet with community partners to assess needs in the community, determining common themes, and then prioritizing their plan of work based on the needs they hear. Educators work on the local needs and trends with local partners. Through their state network, the local needs and trends are often determined to be statewide or regional trends. Teams of extension educators, program managers, state specialists, and institute directors will work together to address complex and larger issues, making program development more efficient and timelier. Extension educators are driven by using research and finding or developing resources for the community they serve. And now I'm going to give you a quick update on our staff. So Sarah Feiter started in the role as the 4-H program educator on September 8th. Sarah brings to the position 2 decades of experience in education. Previously, over the summer, Sarah was hired as the .5 positive youth development educator. And in her part-time role, Sarah hit the ground running, reaching out to schools, visiting 14 classrooms, and reaching 99 youth with a hands-on learning program promoting what 4-H has to offer. Sarah is bringing that energy to her current role as the 4-H educator. In her first 30 days, overseeing the annual financial reviews for all 4-H clubs and groups, holding an open house, and surpassing our expectations for the Enchanted Forest. I have 300 up on the slide, but over 500 actually attended. This was created last week, and this happened over the weekend. So she exceeded the expectations and put a lot of planning, and found we had a lot of support from the community. So currently, Sheboygan has 708 4-H members. Sarah projects in 2025 that number will increase to 800. That is based on 2 new partnerships Sarah started with the Boys and Girls Club and the Random Lake Middle School to create an in-school and after-school 4-H clubs. Barbara Alvarez started in her role as the Community Development Educator on September 3rd. Barbara has a PhD from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where she studied community-based research practices. She has over 13 years of professional community engagement experience. In her first 30 days, Barbara reached out to and met with, or scheduled to meet with, organizations and municipalities to start conducting a community needs assessment. This information will help Barbara determine what resources, educational opportunities, and services she can provide throughout the county to municipalities, nonprofits, small businesses, and community organizations. She attended the October Wisconsin Towns Association meeting and shared information about an EMS model agreement and property tax bill explanation example that may be beneficial to local government. She emailed this information out to all 28 municipalities and will be presenting at the January WTA meeting. Over the next 6 months, Barbara plans to meet with all 28 Sheboygan County municipalities and continue to meet with organizations throughout the county. She is working to develop a communication strategy to share upcoming events, resources, and news with these connections. And based on existing and immediate needs determined by meeting with the municipalities and community organizations, this role can offer education, training, and support on a variety of topics. Trung Tran starts October 28th, so Monday, coming up, in the role of the Human Development and Relationship Educator. He holds a Master's of Science in Youth and Family Development and has experience developing and providing direct delivery of educational programs. The main area of work for the HDR educator focuses on lifespan, family engagement, and relationships. Once Trung starts in his role, he will reach out to and meet with local agencies and community partners and learn about their needs. A few of the local organizations or community groups that HDR educators have and will continue to work with in Sheboygan County are the Community Partnership for Children, child care providers, Family Caregiver Coalition and support groups, the ADRC, and HCE. Extension works to support and align programming with the local agencies to increase their capacity and strengthen their impact in Sheboygan County. HDR educators have a large network of professionals and experts within UW-Madison, Extension, and with state and national organizations to create evidence-based strategies and community engagement to address the needs in our community. So FoodWise is federally funded by the Supplement Nutrition Assistance Program and the Expanded Food and Nutrition Education Program. FoodWise is overseen by Extension's Health and Wellbeing Institute and delivered to Sheboygan at no cost to the county. FoodWise advances healthy eating habits, active lifestyles, and healthy community environments for Sheboygan County's families and individuals with limited income through nutrition education at the individual, community, and systems levels. Our local FoodWise staff, our coordinator Amanda Miller, and nutrition educator Janet Orozco. And with that, I'm going to turn this over to Liz, our regional crops educator.
Thank you, Jana, and thank you to all of you for inviting us to come here to speak tonight. My name is Liz Gartman. I'm the Regional Crops Educator. I've been with Extension for almost a year and a half now, so I'm starting to feel like the old guy in the office. Also want to welcome Manuel Pena. Manuel started about 2 weeks ago. He is our Regional Dairy Educator, so excited to fill that position as well. So agriculture educators in Wisconsin have a little bit different role than some of the other educators. We tend to be more regionally based. So as a crops educator, I actually serve 4 counties, Sheboygan, Fond du Lac, Washington, and Ozaukee counties. And our dairy educator, Manuel, serves Sheboygan, Fond du Lac, Dodge, and Ozaukee counties. In our farm management division, we actually have statewide specialists, and those statewide specialists have varying degrees of expertise. So 2 that you might be familiar with that have worked in this local area include Stephanie Plaster. She's out of the Ozaukee County office, and her focus is business development. And Kelly Wilfert, who is out of the Manitowoc County area, is our legal risk management outreach specialist. So it's great to have people that are focused in those specific areas of need for farmers across the state. When we look at horticulture and livestock, those tend to be a combination of statewide outreach positions as well as regional or local outreach based on the need that's out there. So what we do when we get started is educators engage with the ag community to determine what needs happen to be. So we identify key groups and producers. We discuss the state of the industry in their region, and we're really looking to pinpoint areas where we can focus on to support producers in those situations. So I talk to a lot of farmers, consultants, agronomists, nutritionists, anybody that's working in agriculture to determine what we can do to support them. One of the things that Jana already highlighted is we've got some great connections to faculty and outreach specialists at not only UW-Madison, but also at Platteville and River Falls. So some of the key specialists that I work with are Dr. Harkarak Har, who is our new corn agronomist with Extension. Scott Newell is our alfalfa specialist. Dr. Louise Ferraretto is a dairy nutrition specialist, and Dr. Joanna Newman, who is a forage specialist at UW River Falls. So you might have gathered that my specialty in this realm is actually in the forage space. So that's what I spend a lot of my time working with. So this is, I like pictures. So I'm engaged with a lot of partners with local agriculture. So I've worked with the county department here in Sheboygan County. They've been great, and actually we worked with them on a soil health day that was held today out at the Nick and Amanda Kleiber farm, where we had farmers that came out and learned how to do more with soil health practices and measure soil health. So that was a great event. I've connected with the Sheboygan River Progressive Farmers. We work with the Natural Resource Conservation Service. They've got an office in Plymouth and West Bend. I've collaborated with the Eastern Wisconsin Dairy Herd Improvement Group, as well as Rock River Lab, to do some testing for forages for farmers this summer. And then working with some partners, including Adel and Country Visions Co-op, to better serve the ag community. So some of the pictures I have up there, the spreadsheet is a copy of Adel Co-op's corn silage dry down data that they gathered as part of an extension project that will feed into some of the work that our new corn agronomist is going to be working on. I send out a regional ag update e-newsletter, usually twice a month during the growing season when there's lots of activities and events going on and lots of opportunities to share programs, articles, management information with farmers. And then I go to about once a month during the winter months. So if anybody is interested in getting on that e-newsletter, we'd love to have you. You can reach out to me anytime and I'll get you added. In the top corner, I did some alfalfa quality management work this spring across Fond du Lac and Sheboygan counties that involved getting a hold of some producers that would let me go out in their alfalfa fields, measure it, do quality measurements, and then send it to the lab to see if my quality measurements match the lab quality. Spoiler alert, they did not. So that gives us something to work on and something to look into further. And in the bottom corner there, I was part of a dairy heifer grazing listening group where we're trying to figure out how we can get more dairy heifers grazed in perennial pastures on the landscape, because it does benefit ag water quality and water quality issues in the state. So lots of great opportunities for us to not only engage with producers, but the people they work with, and tie that information back to UW-Madison. One of the things that I'm really passionate about is getting local data back to Madison so that we can support all farmers across the state and not just the ones that are close to Madison. So that wraps up our time today. Jana and I want to thank you for this opportunity. We appreciate it. And if anybody would like to contact us after the fact, we would definitely welcome that opportunity. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jana and Liz. Being one who spent a little bit of time with the PRACOM committee, about 12 years, I highly recommend asking for Liz's ag thing and anything else that you might find interesting, and calling or getting their email listings for the ag reports and things. So thank you both again. Okay, YouTube just came on my computer screen here, so I don't know, are we trying to watch something else or? Okay. Right. Are there any public addresses tonight?
We have none.
Okay, any letters, communications, or announcements tonight?
There are none.
There are none, okay, thank you. Before we go up on to the county administrator's report, I just want to speak a little bit. This past month, we had the privilege, along with fellow supervisors, to attend WCA's annual conference in beautiful La Crosse, Wisconsin. The video you are about to see was showcased during the main assembly for all in attendance. After seeing it myself, we thought it necessary to share our enthusiasm and pride with the entire board tonight. I am truly honored to be part of such a dynamic team, from our administrator, leadership team, department heads, and all of Sheboygan County employees. It truly is rewarding to see WCA as well as county supervisors take notice of what we're, as a board, know what we all do, all too well know that as a county, Sheboygan has continued its collaborative approach of governance to ensure that we continue to meet and exceed our challenges, as well as maintaining our programs and policies, all while still maintaining our proven track record of being fiscally responsible to the residents of Sheboygan County. I'm sure that after watching this video, you will all agree that Sheboygan County is the gold standard within Wisconsin's counties. Lastly, I want to thank our administrator, Elaine Krause, for showcasing our wonderful county. Let it roll.
Way. Hop on in and join us for county officials and cars having conversations, where we hit the road with Wisconsin county leaders to discover what makes their place in our state so special. But this isn't your typical sit-down interview. We're jumping in their vehicle and taking you on a journey through their world, their county. So buckle up and get ready for some good company, great conversation, a few laughs, and a whole lot of local flavor. This is County Officials and Cars Having Conversations, your front seat to the counties we call home.
Well, Najee, thank you so much for inviting us out to your farm. I know
Beautiful Sheboygan County.
But
Oh my gosh, here we are in Sheboygan Falls. So good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Mark.
Sure enjoyed having the
Great,
rain
and a
too.
gorgeous
for
day,
all
as
of
it
our
always
growing.
is in Sheboygan.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, come on,
Wonderful.
sweetie. Beautiful Sheboygan County. Oh my gosh, here we are in Sheboygan Falls. So good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Mark.
Where did that come
Great,
from?
and a gorgeous day,
My
as it always is in
great-grandmother was
Sheboygan.
reading a novel at the time of my birth, and she thought it was a
brought the
pretty
popcorn?
name, and it was the
Never once in the history of Sheboygan County.
And now, we're going to go see part of other parts of beautiful Sheboygan County.
Yeah, we've got a lot to see.
Let's go see it.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
Do you always drive a truck?
No, my normal vehicle is a small Volkswagen Jetta that I didn't think would be the appropriate size for today's activities. But I grew up on a farm, so I'm very accustomed to driving trucks and other large equipment.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Sheboygan County, just outside of Sheboygan Falls.
So the people of Sheboygan County, I guess they're like people all over our state, just such nice people.
Absolutely. The Midwest nice.
Midwest nice, yeah. You find it everywhere, and it's everywhere in the Midwest, but I find Wisconsin Midwest is just a little bit better.
Because we're trying to show up.
Is that why? Are we trying to show off or trying to prove we're better? Did you know that person, or did you just wave just because it's another person on the road?
Another county employee. That was
Oh,
one of
I
our
see.
sheriff's deputies.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
I always wave to them and our highway staff. I imagine other interactions with public maybe have less stickers with their wave, so I like to give them a smile and a 5-finger wave.
That's the Sheboygan County symbol, five finger.
Yeah, instead of 1 finger.
What's here on the
So
right?
this is our airport. So we have one of the largest airports, general aviation airports in the state. And actually, many people don't know this, but it is a international airport. We have a customs facility here, which is fantastic for the local businesses and tourism. So it's one of our hidden secrets, and we're trying to change that. We want more people to come utilize the airport. And so we've been having a lot of special events, especially for folks, not aeronautical-based events.
Oh, this is a nice little area here.
Yeah, so this is the Heritage Center, which is a museum dedicated to the Sheboygan's history of aeronautics. And then this is our terminal and customs facility right here that's brand new. There's some more county staff.
Oh, they gave you the 5 finger.
Good.
was
That's
good. So, Elaine, you say you grew up in Sheboygan County, but right now you're in charge of Sheboygan County. I mean, you're the woman. So, how did you get to that spot?
Well, Mark, I appreciate you saying that, but there are 900 employees working at the county, and our 25-member board, they're the ones who are making the decisions, and we're just carrying them out on their behalf. So I appreciate you saying I'm in charge, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes doing work, and I'm just one cog of the wheel.
So here you are, this young person that started as an LTE and had several positions within the county, and now you're in the administrator's office.
Yes, big leap.
Yeah.
We are entering the Marsh Park. So this is one of the largest parks that the county owns. And the marsh itself it's a combination of public and private ownership, but it's about 14,000 acres. So this building is LEED certified.
Oh,
one
this
of
is gorgeous.
very few in the area. And one of the most unique features of this is the ash tree here in the middle. This tree was actually cut and harvested right here on the marsh and is structural. So it is holding up the roof, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You can see oh wow.
Yeah, and so as we go through the other part of the building, you'll see there are other trees that are all structural and harvested here right at the marsh, which is really unique. And then the other wing of this building is the showers for the campground. So they have brand new, beautiful facilities, and Kohler Company was one of the largest donors, and so all of the fixtures in here are from Kohler Company locally.
So the outdoor showers are Kohler showers.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, that's pretty nice.
They're pretty nice, yes. Another benefit to coming and camping at the Sheboygan Marsh.
And here we are back at Legend Larry's.
Yeah, back where we started. Are you going to stop in there for lunch, do you think?
Well, I think I might. You're bragging about the children's chickens that you like.
I have a feeling you'll be more adventurous than I am and get something more unique.
Elaine, this has been such a pleasure.
I agree.
To drive around Sheboygan County and really to get to know you much better.
Yes,
It's
likewise.
been such a pleasure.
Well, thank you for coming. We're happy to have you anytime you want to come up to Sheboygan, Mark.
Thanks for the day.
Thank you.
Future movie star,
Thank
Elaine.
you.
our administrator.
Yes. So before I get started with my remarks, just a little background information on that. So WCA reached out and said that we're going to be interviewing a couple people from across the state and would like to meet with you. So We hopped in the truck and drove around for about 2.5 hours, and it's kind of hard to tell from the video, but there were cameras everywhere. There was actually someone laying down in the back seat. They had a whole, AV crew with them, so it was quite the production, and then they narrowed down all of that footage into that video that was shown at the general session of the conference. So an honor to be chosen by WCA, one of 3 counties that were featured, and appreciate the chair and vice chair wanting to show that to the whole board tonight. As was mentioned, it's a testament to our reputation around the state that we were chosen to be highlighted in this way. In addition to this video, we also were asked to give 2 breakout session presentations, and I also served on a breakfast panel. So Sheboygan County was definitely in the spotlight at our annual conference, which is a testament to all of the good work that the board does every day, working together to make a positive impact on the community. So you guys should all be very proud of all of the positive remarks that we received from across the state at the conference. And if you didn't have the opportunity to attend, I encourage you to consider next year. It's a great opportunity. In addition, I just wanted to thank Jana and Liz. It looks like they scooted out already, but wanted to thank them for giving an update on what's been going on in Extension recently. And then for my report, I just had a couple things that wanted to cover some of the items that are in your packet this evening. So first is resolution number 8, and that is one of our ARPA resolutions. This is the 10th one that is before the county board for consideration. This will be our second to last resolution, so we will have one more before the deadline to obligate all of the funds at the end of the year. Currently, our staff are working internally to calculate how much money we have of previously approved projects that came in under budget that will be brought back into the pot of funds to be reallocated in that final resolution. So we're working through those calculations based on all of our expenses through the third quarter. So you can anticipate one more resolution after this one. But in the resolution before you this evening, you'll notice that all of the projects are one-time funding, nothing that will be ongoing. So just to quickly highlight some of the projects, first is a scanning project for the Child Support Division. This will include scanning over 6,000 files that Child Support currently has, and this is an initiative to go paperless and increase and gain some efficiencies in that area. The second item is a Health and Human Services accounting specialist consultant, and this person will assist us with maximizing our reimbursements and our billing methodology. Health and Human Services has over 75 different funding streams, so very complex operation, and will be benefit from having that consultant. The next item are some dollars to cover project contingency for cost in Building Services Department. And then last but not least, the remaining items in the resolution are all items that were requested through our normal budget process for capital outlay, but were above and beyond the $500,000 of levy that we set aside for capital outlay. So instead wanted to utilize ARPA for those. So that includes roof repairs, replacing failing cast iron sanitary lines at the law enforcement center, and an energy valve in the courthouse to alleviate some of the issues that we have with maintaining consistent temperatures. If you recall, a couple of months ago, it was sweltering in here one evening, so this will help regulate the temperature in this building, especially on the higher floors that are further away from the boiler. Next, I wanted to cover quickly ordinance number 9, which is proposing to amend chapter 44. You'll note in your agenda. I wanted to just call this to your attention. It's a little bit unique, and so for those of you who are maybe less familiar, this happens on some occasions, but the HR committee has requested additional time to take action on that, which our chair supported per our board rules. So they did discuss the ordinance at their last committee meeting, but still had some outstanding questions and wanted to hear from some others who were not present at the meeting. So that will be scheduled at their next committee meeting, and then it's anticipated that the ordinance will be back before the board at the meeting on November 5th. So just wanted to provide a little bit more context for you on that. And then also, last but not least, resolution number 10 regarding the approving transfer of ownership of election equipment. This is being introduced tonight. There's no action, but I wanted to just touch on it briefly due to the heightened sensitivity around elections and voting, and to be proactive and transparent with the purpose of this resolution to avoid any potential speculation. This is something that's been in the works for a couple months. It was discussed with all of our municipal clerks at their meeting in September. Our county clerk, John Dolson, met with all of them. And the agreement, which is included in your packet, simply states that the county paid for the upfront cost to purchase the election equipment to ensure that we had uniformity with all of our municipalities. But then going forward, the municipalities are responsible for the cost of the maintenance and repair, and if they need to replace any of the equipment. So just wanted to provide a quick overview of that. It is anticipated that that will be back before the board on November 5th on Election Day. So just wanted to get ahead of that. And that concludes my report this evening.
Thank you, Administrator. Okay, consideration of committee reports. First from the Executive Committee, Resolution number 7.
Regarding approving standard intergovernmental agreement for 2025 county sales tax revenue sharing, recommendation to adopt.
Okay. I got to get rid of YouTube from my screen. There we go. Okay. Not that we were watching anything different than you guys, but Supervisor Gehring. Okay, second, Supervisor Wagner. Okay, a motion's been made for approval of resolution number 7, approving the standard intergovernmental agreement. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, please vote.
Supervisor Immel?
Aye.
Thank you. Supervisor Clark? Okay. Sure. How do you vote? Okay. All right.
Okay,
That's approved unanimously.
thank you. Resolution number 8.
Regarding approving use of America Rescue Plan Act funds number 10, recommendation to adopt.
Supervisor Gehring. Supervisor Schobert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll support that motion.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on the approval of ordinance number 8? Hearing none, all in favor, please vote.
Supervisor Immel?
Aye.
It worked. That's approved 23-1.
Okay, thank you. Resolution number 9.
Participating in Snowmobile AIDS Program 2025 through 2029, recommendation to adopt.
Supervisor Henry Nelson.
Thank you, Chairman. I would move to approve.
Okay, motion's been made for approval. Supervisor John Nelson.
Second the motion.
Motion's been made and seconded for approval of the Snowmobile AIDS Program. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, please vote.
Supervisor Immel, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay,
That's approved unanimously.
thank you. Consideration of committee reports, Human Resources, ordinance number 9.
Regarding amending Chapter 44 related to Sheriff's Department procedures, committee recommendation, additional time be granted to consider the matter, and pursuant to Rule 2.13, Chairperson Obler authorized the Human Resources Committee to defer decision-making until the October 28th, 2024 Human Resources Committee meeting and defer action until November 5th, 2024 County Board meeting.
Thank you. Do we have to consider any? Okay, we're just going to move on.
Yep.
All right. Consideration of committee reports from the Law Committee, ordinance number 10.
Regarding establishing a speed zone on County Road C, Town of Sheboygan Falls, a recommendation to enact.
Supervisor Wagner. Supervisor Jorgensen? Okay, thank you. Motion's been made and seconded for approval of establishing a speed zone on County Road C. Any comments or questions before we vote? Please vote.
Supervisor Immo.
Aye.
Thank you.
Henry's not taking it. There it goes.
That's approved unanimously.
Thank you. I'll hand the gavel over to Vice Chairman.
Resolutions introduced, resolution number 11.
From Finance Committee regarding approving transfer of ownership of election voting equipment and agreement.
That will be referred to Executive Committee. Resolution number 12.
From Law Committee regarding authorizing application for fiscal year 2024 Justice Assistant Grant Program Award and entering into memorandum of understanding with City of Sheboygan.
That resolution will be referred to Finance Committee. Resolution number 13.
From Planning Resources, Agriculture and Extension Committee regarding authorizing application for Department of Natural Resources Surface Water Grant.
That resolution will also be referred to Finance Committee. Resolution number 14.
Also from Planning Resources, Agriculture and Extension Committee regarding approving permanent easements for Wisconsin Energies.
That will be referred to the Executive Committee. Ordinances introduced.
We have none.
Next item of business, Supervisor Gehring. Supervisor Wagner. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Please vote.
Supervisor Emmel.
Aye.
Thank you.
Come on, Clark. Jersey, we haven't adjourned the meeting.
We'll get it up here.
Okay. We are adjourned.
Thank you. Smith.